Representative Ohler of the 64th.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. Madam Speaker, if I may, I want to thank the good chair of the GAA committee for all of his hard work that he's done this afternoon. I think we're going on hour 5 of this debate. And if you could, to have this body just indulge me for a few minutes. I don't speak that often, but when I do, I hope it has some substance. Being a freshman legislator and having the honor of sitting on the Appropriations Committee, it's been truly an eye-opening experience these last 4.5, 5 months. And, you know, we've tossed around numbers that are really shocking. When I go back to my district and they ask, hey, what's going on up in Hartford? What's it like in the big city? I represent 9 very small towns. My hometown, our cow population triples the human population. So it's exciting anytime I can give them some news about Hartford. But I must say, the process that I've seen play out today is demoralizing. I think what has played out today has done a complete disservice to the residents of this great state. Now, we all know the Memorial Day honor observance is coming up this weekend, and it's an emotional time for a lot of us, me in particular. I was looking forward to going downstairs and being with the Lieutenant Governor today at 4 o'clock because one of my battle buddies is on that wall. Actually, today is the day he was killed in Afghanistan, May 25th, 2010. I wanted nothing more than to be a legislator and get down there and give him that honor to hear his name read. But with almost a dozen amendments being tossed around, ideas that we had no time to really talk about. But with the underlying bill, with the big heading, right, it's eye-catching, an act concerning campaign finance reform. This is an opportunity to save the residents and businesses, everyone who has a stake in this state, millions of dollars, millions. That was our opportunity here today, to entertain at least a handful of the amendments that were proposed. But what do I see? I'm kind of up in the eagle's nest up here. I can see a lot. I like the high ground. I guess it's a military tactic. I see people having sidebar conversations, people with their headphones in, some people who weren't even around for the entire debate, and they just come running in and they hit the wrong button, and then their colleagues yell, hey, it's the wrong one, that's the wrong one, because their particular party they didn't want them to vote that way. If I went back, and I intend to, go back to my constituents and tell them what this process has done today, everything that played out, and how these amendments that could have saved the state of Connecticut and the residents millions of dollars didn't even get a breath. That's what's sad. And because I had to sit up here and be ready to hit that button and try to thumb through every amendment that was up here, I didn't get that chance to give my battle buddy that honor of hearing his name read downstairs. I hope all of us can do a gut check over this weekend, because the next 2 weeks are very, very important and very impactful, and it will play out for generations for our families and for our kids. 90% of what I've seen during these sessions, it's pretty bipartisan. But darn it, when we're split party line, it's always the things that affect us the most, philosophical or monetary related. I'm not going to support this bill this legislation as amended, because there's constitutionality issues that hasn't been vetted by the AG. We didn't even have an OFA analysis when it first was rolled out. Again, a flawed process. And that's what I wasn't elected here to come here to represent. I want to see a process that works for everybody. And I don't believe this bill does it. Thank you, Madam Speaker.